What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What If Boise State Joined the Pac-12? We're starting this week's episode with some good news. We have a 4-star tight end who has committed from the state of Washington, 6'4", 223 pounds. Probably Lamar Jackson? Maybe? I don't know. But we got a 4-star tight end. Hopefully that'll help. We've had some good tight end play so far this season. The slightly less than positive news is we have to face number 2 Oregon, and I have to sneeze. Okay, 2 sneezes for number 2 Oregon, who is coming to town. Now, Boise State, 5-4, as you well know. As if you've been following the series, you know what's been going on. I don't have to repeat myself. However, I would like to remind you, just in case you forgot, Boise State did already defeat at home the number 1 team in the country. Can they make it a number 1, number 2 punch? We'll find out. Last season, the Oregon game ended up being a very important game because Boise State was still in the running for at least a shot at being in the Pac-12 title game. They ended up getting some help, but because they lost a close game to Oregon, they fell out of it. And I believe we had, I believe it was Oregon USC in the Pac-12 championship last game, and then it was Oregon and USC in the other franchise, or the other dynasty I do, in that Pac-12 championship game. So that's not great. Let's remind you, or catch you up on things that are going on around the conference. Around the country, excuse me. Auburn's number 1, Oregon number 2. Both undefeated, as is Oklahoma and Pittsburgh. Mississippi State still in top 5, even though they have a 1 loss. Miami University is all the way up at number 6. We lost to them earlier this season. They are having a special season at 7-0. Then we have Alabama, Notre Dame, Florida State, Arizona State, Penn State, Texas A&M, Michigan, Arkansas, Wisconsin, Washington, Stanford falling all the way to number 17 after being ranked 9th. We also have the 8th ranked team and the 6th ranked team falling into the double digits as well. So kind of a messy week for the NCAA as a whole, the top 25 as it's known. Ohio State, Utah, Oregon State, South Carolina, Nebraska, UCF, Nevada, and Fresno State. Additionally, Oklahoma State and Boston College both dropped out. Oklahoma State did get votes, as did Virginia Tech, TCU, Miami, Southern Miss, and Maryland. See what's going on here in the conference standings. A surprising start for the Sun Devils of Arizona State, all the way up at number 10. We are currently in 4th place in the conference, 4-2 in conference play, losing to Oregon State and Arizona? I can't remember the other loss. But 5-4 overall, a couple of non-conference losses, making that record pretty weak. We have Stanford and then Washington State behind us. Oregon in 1st place, Washington right behind them, and then Oregon State with a shot at it as well. Oregon State needs a little bit of help. Maybe Boise State can provide that assistance. We will still see Washington and Washington State in the next couple of weeks. I believe Washington is in Seattle. Washington State is at home in Boise. And that is that. I did not look at the South. I knew there was something I skipped, but it was the South Division, which has somehow Utah at number 1, even though Arizona State is the higher ranked team, which is kind of odd. California, USC, Arizona, and UCLA. Arizona and UCLA winless in conference play, a combined record of 2-12. So that's pretty bad. Man, there is separation here. California is in 3rd place with 1 win. Good for them. So here we go. We're going to go back over here. We are going to go to play game number 2, Oregon coming to town. We'll use the regular blue jerseys today. They trump us in every way. Just A+, A+, A-. We are working with a B, B+, B-. I mean, maybe we can see what kind of uniform combinations we have. Home, away, Alt 1, Alt 3. Where's Alt 2? Can I have alternate 2, please? Yeah, we'll just go with regular home. That's fine. That's fine. All right, here we go. We're gonna just watch the game because that's what we do in this franchise, or this dynasty as it as I should call it, because that's what it's called as a dynasty in the NCAA games. Oregon Ducks, Boise State Broncos. I think we'll be doing one more full season if I somehow manage to not get fired. But I think we'll close this out. None of these were planned to be very long in the first place. So we'll rotate some other stuff in, because I have some other fun ideas for some what if scenarios. Yeah. And maybe if I'm smart, I'll go buy other copies of games so I don't have to use 3 consoles during the entire recording process, or during the entire sports night stream. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube, ring that bell for notifications, and if you want to watch it live, twitch.tv/ShondasaurusRex is the place to go. Sports Night will be moving to Sunday afternoons, coming up here real soon, so yeah, I'll be reconfiguring my stream schedule a little bit starting in May, so Sports Night will be moving to Sundays. And it'll actually be on a special Sunday on the 18th, because 420 is on a Tuesday, and I have a really dumb idea for that. So here we go. And actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's already probably done. Or we've moved into MLB The Show 21, which is out. That's happening right now. That game is out. I can't wait. Super excited. Here are the Boise State Broncos. Also, sorry for the audio. It kind of sucks. NCAA 12 has really bad audio. It's super quiet, so I have to jack up the slider to like negative 10.5, which is like half of what I usually do. It's normally at like 15 to 20, somewhere in there. But for whatever reason, the audio difference between its loudest and its quietest is also very large. And for whatever reason, the PlayStation 3 just seems to run loud. So there's always this like ambient noise behind it, and that's super frustrating. So I apologize. I went back and looked at some of the footage from the last one. I'm like, oh boy, this is not great. But that's okay. That's how it works sometimes. It's just the way of the world. Here we go. Pac-12 conference game. I talked over the entire intro. Boise State, Oregon. Oregon's been here before. The infamous LeGarrette Blount situation. After Oregon dropped a game in Boise State, he went and started talking to some fans. Yeah, the PlayStation 3, for whatever reason, is just super loud. I don't have this problem with any other console. I'm not exactly sure if it's just the fan or the way it vibrates on the thing. Well, here, let's pick it up a little bit and hold on. Definitely seems like it's just the way it vibrates on the table is the issue. But that's okay. Boise State's probably a little bit of a quieter stadium anyway. Nice find there by the Boise State defense. After a easy first down for the Oregon Ducks, they go for the little option play and pick up nothing. Well, 2 yards, I guess, is still something. They'll look over to the sidelines. You see this a lot when Oregon plays. They line up very quickly, and then I'll look to the sidelines. Good defense again by Boise State to force a 3-yard loss. There's Rice, running back for the Ducks. I know the easiest solution for that with that sort of noise would be to just put it on an arm bar, but I actually don't want it on an arm bar because it covers up a lot of my face. There's a nice pick by Boise State. Ran out of bounds, turned the wrong way. If he had turned around to his left instead of his right, he actually may have been able to run that back for a little bit, but doesn't matter. If you're getting an interception, you're getting an interception. 1st and 10, Boise State on a 3rd down and 11 pick from the Broncos. Here he is. Is this Bennett? He's been one of the most solid pieces on the defensive side of the ball. That is Bennett indeed. Bennett and the right, I believe is his name, have been the two stars of the defense, I would say. As we are actually surprisingly winding down this season. Ooh, nice run there. Clark breaks the first tackle but can't get out of the second one. So it'll be a 1-yard loss. Met in the backfield just immediately. Good job by Oregon there on the defensive side of the ball to get into the backfield. Their quarterback play for Boise State has not been the best, so Oregon might be a little more pin the ears back and just go to either get to him or to stop the running game. There's another run on 2nd and 11. That'll pick up 4. 3rd down and 7. So Clark with 3 yards rushing total on 2 carries. As we get into this game. First drive here for Boise State. Been a weird season for the Broncos. They are 5-4, still with a winning record, but conference play has provided some issues, and the interception is going to further those issues. He'll run it back. This is going to be inside the 10, 1st and goal, Oregon. Interception for an interception. Just a great break on the ball. Not a great throw to the outside. 28 looked like he was reading it the whole way. Broke inside, and that is a pick for the Ducks. And they will start with excellent field position. There is the Oregon Duck. As we watch the noise meter slowly, as I watch, I guess, the noise meter creep up slowly. Slips the first tackle, wrapped up by the ankles, and he'll be dropped. Gain of 3, 4 maybe? 2nd down and goal here for the Oregon Ducks. We got a wide open slot receiver. Instead, they'll hand it. Oh my goodness. Looked like he was going to be able to break it to the right side, but Davis with an excellent tackle slashed through the hole and met him in the backfield. Drops him for a loss of 1. 3rd down and goal. Oregon's quarterback is 1 for 2 with an interception. There's a screen pass. Nice defense right at the goal line. I'll bring up a 4th and goal. Smiley couldn't quite get in the end zone. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. It's going to be an option play. He's met at the goal line. He's stopped. Turnover on downs. Bennett was actually broken. It looks like he was frozen in his spot. And then for whatever reason, the computer ran into him and like tripped the AI to go, oh yeah, I need to make this tackle here. What a bizarre play at the goal line. 9-yard rip there for Clark. 2nd down and 1, excuse me. That is a wild play. We've seen that a few more times in this season. I don't know. I'm sure it was in the last season. It just wasn't as noticeable. But usually on those option plays, one of the players just kind of gets frozen defensively in their position, and they can't do anything. And it's very odd. Oh, there's a big run off the left side. He's to the 40, to the 50, inside Oregon territory, down to the 43-yard line. Huge run for Clark. And after solid stops on the first 2 running plays, Oregon gets beat here, and they are just trudging it down the field. I don't know why the computer has so much trouble with just running in a straight line. They, like, bounce back and forth like that a lot. 1st down and 10. Boise State in business here, taking it to the number 2 team in the country. Playing from the friendly confines of whatever the stadium is called in this game. I believe it's Albertson Stadium now. In current day. Boise State float pass over the middle. Dangerous play. He's already thrown a pick. Tillman coming up with it. 4-yard gain. 2nd down and 6 from the 38-yard line, excuse me. Fakes the handoff. Throws over the middle. That was nearly an interception. Probably should have been a pick for Bush on the Duck side of things. 3rd down and 6 coming up after the huge run, setting them up in Oregon territory. Fakes the handoff again, rolls a little bit to his right, and I don't know where that was going, but that is a pick, and it looks like it might be going for 6. 10, 5, touchdown Ducks. That looked like a huge miscommunication on the Boise State side of things. We get a replay here. There's number 18. Oh, okay. I bought NCAA 14 factory sealed today for $231. Is the game worth it? I don't know if it's worth $231, but it is a good game. Kick is up and kick is good. That price is heavily inflated just because it's the last game in the series. I don't know exactly what it would do better or worse than any of the previous versions that I'm sure are far cheaper. Penalty flag on the play here. And a hold for Boise State, so they throw the interception. It's run back for a touchdown, then they immediately get a hold on the kick return. Also, sounds like there's going to be a new NCAA football game within the next couple of years, so that price will steeply drop, I'm sure. 7-0 here. Oregon leads. Boise State dropping back to pass. Throws it to the outside. Finds number 42 for the completion there. That's Smith. 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 is set up here. Just past the 20 at the 21-yard line. Oh, firing it down the middle. Diving grab at the 40-yard line. 1st down. It's too bad that he had to dive for that because he had the defense beat, and that was a touchdown if he threw it just a little better throw there. That's a great grab, though. Nice grab there by Boise State. Big play. The Boise State Broncos have relied a lot on big plays on their offensive side. Sustained drives have not been their forte so far this season. We have 20 seconds to go in a wild first quarter that's seen 3 turnovers total. Interception return for a touchdown. Some big runs for Boise State. There's another nice run by Clark off the left side. Finds Sabroon, finds 8 yards. I guess the question... Alright, that is the end of quarter number 1 here in Boise, Idaho. Boise State down 7-0, but still, or at least driving this time around. This is ESPN College Football presented on twitch.tv/OnosaurusRex. Number 2's leading, but number unranked is driving. I'll be right back after this Mountain Dew drink. My brain broke. There's a nice catch over the middle. Set up Boise State with a 1st down here. Mayhew, been a great offensive threat. My question would be did you buy it to play it, or did you buy it to hold on to it and resell it? There's that Boise State Bronco. Because for $231, I don't think it's worth it just to play the game. If you're going to sell it, you're going to have to keep an eye on the price pretty closely within a pretty small time frame, because again, there is another NCAA football game, at least in the works. And I'm sure as soon as that comes out, 14 will drop. I don't know if it'll drop to dirt cheap levels of Maddens from 5 years ago or whatever, but it will not be $231 factory sealed. 3rd down and 12 after the 2-yard loss. Pardon me. 7-0. Or 3rd down. I don't know where I'm going with that. That is a terrible play to run on a 3rd and 12. A draw? Boise State's had some good runs, but on a 3rd and 12, I think you should be throwing the football. 3:47 here in the 2nd quarter. Kick is up. The kick is good. Boise State gets on the board 7-3. So Oregon's offense, which has been sitting on the bench for a while, will come out finally after pick 6 and a long Boise drive that took 2 minutes off the clock. 8-play, 65-yard drive. From the 3-yard line, running it up the middle. Nothing doing. This will be Oregon's 3rd drive, from the 25-yard line. 3:40 to go here in the first half. Boise State's defense has played well. They have given up a touchdown, but they also gave up a touchdown immediately following an interception at the... oh, no, that's wrong. That's incorrect. I'm sorry. Boise State did give up a touchdown, yes, but they also stopped Oregon at the goal line. I forgot about that. Whoops. Just going to pitch it to the left. There's that broken character. This is going to be a long touchdown run because this game is busted. Sweet. 2nd down and 11. Rice is going to get credit for the touchdown that should not have been a touchdown. We'll watch it as it unfolds to the left here. He backed up 2 steps and then just stood there. And for whatever reason, we're not even watching the running back. We're watching the quarterback. So this game is broken in a couple of different ways. Where in the world is the running back? Oh, he's like 15 yards ahead. Never mind. All right. What a weird play. Very odd. Thank you, NCAA football, for that wonderful replay and your broken CPU on option plays to the right or to the left. Doesn't really matter. If I'm the offensive team, just run pitch plays because one defender won't do anything. So there you go. 2-play, 75-yard drive, 76-yard rush by Rice. Quick striking Oregon offense. That's what you're used to seeing. He'll field that out of the back of the end zone. That was Bennett, looks like, fielding that return. Way deep. So 1st down and 10 from the 20. 3:09 remaining. Their offense is back on the field. They just were on the field. See if they can maybe take advantage of a little bit of a tired Oregon defense. Picking up 4 yards on 1st and 10. Clark having probably his best game of the season so far. Aided in large part to a couple of big runs, but he's been a lot more consistent in this game than he has in some games in the past. Another handoff. Had a whole just a step to his left that he could have gunned it through, but just elected not to. Boise State finds themselves down 11. You don't want to give Oregon an opportunity to score here. Also, if you're Boise State, you want to make sure that you're double dipping. There's another run on a 3rd down. Horrendous play calling. Oh my goodness. Terrible play calling. What are you doing? They're going to give Oregon the ball back with 2+ minutes on the clock. Full allotment of timeouts. And they run it on a 3rd down and 5. Yikes. Oregon didn't even bother to take any of their timeouts. Boise State ran the ball too quickly. Or snapped the ball too quickly, I should say. Hands the ball off to the right side. They'll find a bunch of room down to the 30. Inside the 25. Pushed out about the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Oregon Ducks. Huge run here on the right side. Bennett got knocked over, just didn't get up quick enough to make the tackle. And he is a speedy running back off the edge. First down and 10. 14-3 here. Oregon with the lead, looking to pass. Throws it over to the right side, finds his receiver, breaks the tackle inside the 10-yard line. That'll set up a 1st down and goal for the Oregon Ducks at the 8-yard line. Boise State's defense is starting to get beat up pretty bad here in this 2nd quarter. They held together for the 1st quarter, probably aided by the fact that they didn't really have to be on the field a whole lot. Oregon will take their 2nd timeout. 1:44 remaining here, 2nd and goal. Boise State is not out of it yet, right? They can still work with the double dip. If their defense can maybe hold them to a field goal or hold them to a... Even if you give up a touchdown, you just have to get 2 touchdowns. But a field goal here would be huge. And we'll have to keep in mind that Oregon did go for it on a 4th down earlier. Boise State was able to stop them in a very bizarre play at the goal line. With, ironically, the broken character that I've talked about a couple of times so far in this game. 3rd down and goal here for the Oregon Ducks. Floats it over the top, deflected, incomplete pass, sets up 4th and goal. Nice play by Davis there in the end zone to get a hand on it. You'd like to see an interception there, considering that there are 4 Broncos in the general area, but at the same time, a deflected pass is a deflected pass, and you pushed him out of the end zone for the touchdown. The kick is up. The kick is good. So now we're looking at a 14-point game. 17-3, 6-play, 49-yard drive, took 44 seconds off the clock and ended in a 27-yard field goal. But Boise State now has the ball from the 20, 1st and 10, a minute and 13 seconds on the clock, 3 timeouts, and they get the ball after half. So that is kind of making it interesting, at least. Boise State is 2 good drives away from getting right back into this game in the third quarter. Blitz off the edge, finds the open man over the middle. That's a nice catch. I believe that's Brooks. He's been a very good offensive weapon for the Broncos. 2nd and 1, I like the timeout usage there. Get the ball out of your hand quickly. A sack is a bad call there. 3rd down and 8. Bennett throws up his hands in frustration. And it looks like they're kind of just letting this clock go. No timeouts here. 3rd down and 8. 2 timeouts for Boise. He was winding up for that big throw, and that animation takes a little bit too long. And it just... You need a clean pocket for that. Boise State, for some reason, is going to just decide to run this clock down. They have a penalty here. Not exactly sure who that's going to be on. They run the ball on 3rd down yet again because they have no interest in winning this game and saving my job. So it'll set up a 3rd down and 3. So a nice play there by someone, I guess, technically. The clock stops. 9 seconds to go here. Oregon still working with 1 timeout, by the way. There's a run. Oregon would be smart exactly to take a timeout. 4th and 1. Another run on 3rd down. And an absolutely horrendous series of drives here to end the half for the Boise State Broncos as the kick is fielded at the 25-yard line. Gets about an 8-yard return. And Oregon will take over at the 33-yard line. 24 seconds to go. Clock is ticking. There's number 97. Called him out earlier, right? Played very well throughout the season. That's a big time to come through there. At least hold him to a 14-point lead here as your offense looks inept and confused and has terrible play calling. I believe this would be Dennis Dixon. Clock will run to zeros, and that will be the end of the first half. 17-3, number 2 Oregon leads, showing you, me, everyone why they are the number 2 team in the country. Boise State's played good at times, but their play calling on offense has been lackluster, and Oregon took over in that second half to the tune of a 14-point lead. This is ESPN College Football, presented on twitch.tv/SeanOsaurusRex. Hopefully you're enjoying. Boise State certainly isn't. Before the kick is kicked off, I'm going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Welcome back to the game. Kickoff for the second half is underway, and Boise State will get the ball first, down by 14, fielded about 2 yards deep in the end zone. He'll get up to the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. So could have just taken a knee and ended up in the same spot. Decided to run it out, and that is that. Here's the game track. Nice. There's a nice look at the play. There's 2 things that happen there very quickly. There's the pick 6 that we saw from Oregon. Manson pushed him out of bounds about the 8-yard line. So the first thing I want to say was a nice interception there by the Oregon Ducks. That was the first of 2 interceptions. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was there was a nice angle of the very weird broken character that actually probably wasn't going to like AI activate or whatever until the Oregon player actually ran directly into him, and then it like snapped on and was like, oh, hey, I should make this tackle. And that was on a 4th and goal too. 2nd down and 9 for the Oregon Ducks on defense. Good save. There's a nice play out to the right side. Nice moves. 2 diving tackles. No one's going to get him. 3 diving tackles. 4 diving tackles. Touchdown by Boise State. Nice play by Jefferson. A huge touchdown for the Broncos. Makes you wish they had been a little more aggressive on their final couple of drives offensively. Maybe this could be a tie game, or they could be down by 4, extra point pending. Get a field goal out of one of them. A lot of diving tackles here. Just nobody able to get them. I don't think any... my mind is boggled that somebody was like, yeah, I paid $231 for a sealed copy of NCAA 14. No one should pay $231 for a sports game. Manson to Jefferson, 78 yards and a touchdown. Unless it's like something, I guess, rare. I don't know. Arcade cabinet or something. I'm struggling to come up with answers. Because I think you could find NCAA Football 13 for like $20, which would save you $210. And you wouldn't be missing out on anything. Like updated rosters, sure, but who needs that in a college football game? Anyway, 17-10 here. Boise State's defense needs to make another stand. They hit 3 broken players on that play. Fantastic. This game doesn't have huge issues against the option. That's really interesting. Really interesting. Mercifully, Boise State does get the tackle, though. They'll run that play again around the outside. It's like maybe a couple of broken players that time. Count the broken players on these option plays. Oregon's quickly with another first down and working with tempo to get the Boise State defense on their heels and to keep the Boise State defense in their same package. There's another broken player on the pitch to the outside. Starting to understand why Oregon is number 2. Kind of hard to believe that Boise State almost beat them last year. I think they must have run a slightly different system, maybe? I don't know. It's the same game. Doesn't matter. Oh, nice pull there. And a great stop on 2nd down and 4. There was absolutely a busted character, but just good defensive read there by the back end of the Boise State defense. And it is now 3rd down and 2. Drops back to pass. Fires over the middle. Finds a wide open receiver who will get all the way down to the 30-yard line. They will quickly run to the line. Oh, there's a nice throw out to the right side. He made that throw earlier. It was an interception. That time he finds Rogers, and we get to see that ref's nice dump truck butt. And it is a touchdown for the Oregon Ducks. So Boise State scores quickly, only for Boise State to allow Oregon to score quickly as well. So the point differential now, 14. Again, I guess. Nice play there by Rogers. Kick is up. The kick is good. Six plays, 75 yards. 1 minute and 12 seconds off the clock. Bailey to Rogers for 30 yards on the touchdown. 24-10. I don't think there's much of a chance I keep my job next year. We'll see, but could be coming to a it could be coming to an end of my contract here. I think we might still be able to watch Boise State games, but I'm not 100% sure. I guess if I get fired, I'll probably just end the series there and move on to something else, but I don't know. Hopefully, so I guess hopefully you enjoyed. .306. We're super run heavy, and I don't really know why. Manson's not the best quarterback, but he can make throws, and I don't know why when down 14 points we're like just running the ball. Seems unhelpful. There's another run trying to get off that left side. It's like it worked one time, it'll work again, and then they tried 10 more times. It'll work. It worked that one time. 3rd down and 5. The last thing you want to do here is go quickly 3 and out and give Oregon the ball back again. There's a throw over the middle. He's got him beat inside the 30 down to about the 25-yard line. 3rd and 5 remains the thing. Oh, it's a hold on the offense. The penalty is going to undo a great play offensively for Boise State and send them back 10 yards. All right. So we have a 24-10 game here. 2:12 to go. 3rd and 15 is going to turn into a 4th and 24. And that penalty completely destroyed that drive. That was a great play offensively, and then it was all for naught. They will go 3 and out. It will quickly be Oregon's ball again. And we could be looking at a laugher here in not too long. Kind of already is a laugher. Boise State, excuse me, has never really been in this game. 2 disastrous interceptions, a terrible couple of drives towards the end of the first half. Really seemed to have doomed the team in blue. Slips the first tackle. It'll be inside Boise State territory down to about the 41-yard line or so. 1:45 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Nice blitz by Boise State. Just kidding, it was a screen. He'll slip through for about 13 yards and another first down for the Oregon Ducks. Don't forget, if you need stuff off the PlayStation Store, it's closing in July. I've been looking through and probably go in myself and make a big digital purchase there before the store's gone. Slides off the left side. Can't really find anything going there, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. So I'm sure that'll drive up physical copies. I don't think you can get like sports games or anything really off of the digital store. I'm sure that those aren't terribly expensive anyway, but I was thinking more like physical copies of like Ratchet and Clank and stuff like that will probably go up in price. I have a bunch of them laying around, but that was just a random thought because I'm on PlayStation 3 and I'm like, gotta do that. Plus, a lot of them are super cheap. Shout out to Sony, who they dropped the price of a lot of their games to like $10 or $15. There's a nice hurdle by Rice, I believe is the name of the running back for Oregon. And it was 1st and goal inside the 10 at the 9. Or just inside the 10. Skipped a word there in that sentence. Float pass over that way to no one. 2nd down and goal. Yeah, so like all the Ratchet and Clank games are like $10 or $15, which is like, oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And it sounds like you'll be able to re-download stuff. You just can't purchase and make new purchases, so go get your games today. That's the kind of stuff people talk about when there's a blowout on their hands. They just talk about random stuff. Clock is winding down to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's been all Oregon in this one. The float pass way outside. No one is there to grab it. Couple big plays by Boise State. One of them called back on a pass interference. They did have the very nice touchdown at the start of the 3rd quarter to close it within 7, but just haven't been able to get the Oregon offense off the field to give themselves more of an opportunity to get into the end zone. 27-10 is the score here. 26-yard field goal is good. A play 33-yard drive is a minute and 19 seconds off the clock. Excellent starting field position isn't taken advantage of by the Oregon offense. And Boise State will have the ball, and they will find themselves down 17 points here as Mayhew takes the knee. First down and 10 for the Broncos. Fires over the middle, finds a receiver, gets tackled at the Pac-12 logo. A nice little touch in this game that the Pac-12 logo is on the field like that. It does say the WAC, the WAC. I think it's on their jersey still, so not the most perfect situation, but they at least have that normal logo on their field, so that's good. That will... Oh, we got one more snap before the end of the 3rd quarter. They almost regret it because I thought that was going to be an interception. Instead, it's a 4-yard gain on a 2nd and 6. Manson will strut off the field. And we are through 3 ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/Shaunosaurus Rex, presented by this drink of Mountain Dew. 27-10, all Oregon. So 3rd down and 2 somehow finds the receiver. I thought that was going to be a pick. Unbelievable reception there for Boise State to get themselves off on a positive note. In the fourth and final quarter, they're down 17. They're going to need some big plays. That's not going to do it. Incomplete passes are not helpful. Thought that might have been tipped and picked, but it wasn't. Doobie-doobie-doom. Bang now. Drops back to pass, throws over the middle, finds a receiver. He'll be into Oregon territory or right at the 50-yard line. I'll give him the 48 of the Oregon territory. And it is first and 10. Fires out to the left side, finds Clark. Gains a loss of 1. Just kidding. Gains a loss of 1. Second down and 11 from the 49-yard line. Drops back, throws over to his left, finds an open receiver. He'll get past the first down marker down to the 35-yard line. It'll be first and 10 Boise State. Boise State in business. Dropping back, firing over to the right side. That's a long throw. Another first down. Needed 10, got 11 from the 34-yard line. Trips receivers to the top side of your screen. Single back set here. Boise State's going to need to go a little bit quicker if they want to make this a game. But accuracy is more important than speed, especially at this point. If you throw an interception going too quick here, there's no reason to even try. Maybe take a little bit of time, make sure that you at least come away with a touchdown. They're going to need 3 scores, 2 touchdowns, and a field goal. So any points here are good for the Boise State Broncos with 3:45 to go here. Second down and 2. Oregon State and Washington both watching at home, hoping that Boise State could have some magic in the in this game. My brain broke there. In this game, Oregon State will get their shot at the end of the season in the Civil War. I don't know if Oregon and Washington have already played. Float pass out to the left, finds his man inside the 10. First down and goal. It's going to be right at the 5, actually. 2 receivers to the top side of your screen. Quick drop. Fires over the middle. Or to the right, I should say. And that was tipped. Thought that was going to be... honestly, that looked good. Bennett came out of seemingly nowhere and was able to tip that pass down, but... Great defensive play, because I thought that was going to be a touchdown. It was not. 3:10 to go here. Fires over the middle. Nice shoulder-led tackle there by Oregon. Just a nice little spin move. Kind of got caught up on one of the receivers. And that'll be a third and goal, excuse me, from the 1-yard line. At this distance, you got to go for it on 4th down. You have to. You have to. Bring in their big set. Touchdown Broncos. Couldn't even get the commentator called down before they are in for the score. 27-16 extra point. Pending 2:48 to go. Boise State a full allotment of timeouts. Defense is going to need to stop. They have picked off Oregon previously. Unfortunately, that led to an interception on the other side of the field. I'll go for the onside kick here. This is a surprising move. I don't like it. There's a lot of time left. Oregon recovers it pretty easily. I don't like it because there's a lot of time left and you have 3 full timeouts. You're pretty much already putting them in field goal range, and I think what I like about this scenario the most is that you don't need 2 touchdowns. You just need a touchdown and a field goal. So you can still come away with points and always feel like you're still making plays to catch up. This is a poor decision. Not a surprise considering that they've run it on like 3rd and 12 4 times in this game. But still a bad decision that I don't like. Gonna run to the left side, breaks it back in the middle. Oh my goodness. That was a fumble. And Boise State could not come up with the ball. They'll take a timeout on second down, or after the second down play. 3rd down and 8. Big pass down the sideline. Caught. Touchdown. Looks like one of the Boise State players is going to be injured on that play. Bennett. Isn't really much in that play. Looks like number 25 grabbed himself in pain there at the end. It was almost interesting there for a second. It was a 3rd down and 8. That's the second time we've seen Boise State cause a fumble, not be able to come up with it, and then like almost immediately a touchdown is thrown. There was a play in the last game where it hit a Boise State player in the back. I think it was Bennett. It hit Bennett in the back, and they just didn't come up with the play. And you're like, oh, okay. Bailey to Smiley, 37 yards for the touchdown, 3-play, 39-yard drive, 54 seconds off the clock, and this one is all but over. Stop there would have been ginormous for the Boise State Broncos and allowed them at least a sliver of hope, but as they gave up a touchdown on the defensive side of the ball, that's it. It's all over. See what the Broncos do here, down 17. Throw it out to the left side. 2nd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. They'll work with tempo here. Oregon only really worried about rushing 4. Manson, for some reason, decided to run that ball. Loses a yard. It's 3rd down and 7. .119 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Oregon again just running or working with 4 defenders there. They are playing a prevent defense. They'll allow these little dink and dunks down the field. They're not going to let Boise State score. Boise State's not going to score anyway. It doesn't really matter. This game is too far out of reach. Finds a little room here in the screenplay. A nice move there. He slips through a tackle inside the 30, down to the 20, the 10, 5, and a touchdown in a very surprising play there. Brooks with some nice moves around the midfield area. We watch it again here. He comes in from the left. It was a little wide receiver tunnel screen. But just a nice slip there. Got out of the 1 tackle. And for whatever reason... Oh, number 20 dove. Okay. I thought it was weird because I saw him running behind him and he was like keeping up with him. And then all of a sudden he just fell out of the play. I was like, what the heck? Didn't realize that he tried to dive for it. Boise State at least making the score look interesting. They've got an extra point pending here. They only have 2 timeouts. I don't think they have enough time. They have to get an onside recovery here. This is why the previous idea of doing an onside kick is so dumb. Granted, it didn't help that they gave up a touchdown, couldn't get the fumble recovery. Like, there's a lot that went wrong for Boise State in this game. Some terrible play calling. But that's it's neither here nor there. Doesn't matter. It's already happened. Hopefully you get better at it next week. But number 2, Oregon is going to walk away with a 10-point victory here, barring any sort of craziness. 34-24. 1 second on the play clock, 1 minute on the game clock, and it is 56 seconds to victory here. Timeout for Boise State for some reason. Oregon with another touchdown on a broken defensive play. Rice is going to be credited with a couple of touchdowns that probably should have been touchdowns. This time it's on the right side. You'll see right about that 0. The player just doesn't move. Doesn't move at all. We're again focused on the wrong character because this game is kind of busted in some ways. I called the 10-point victory too early. It's actually going to be a 17-point victory after the big Oregon run, 41-24, 45 seconds. Oregon really just pouring gas on the fire at this point. 3-play, 41-yard drive, 16 seconds off the clock, and the 41-yard rush by Rice. Boise State returns it from the deep end. God, absolutely clobbered at the 24-yard line is Mayhew. Mayhew, you got to stay healthy. You're one of the few bright spots here. Now, what's going to be interesting is there's 3 games left. 5. Actually, there's only 2 games left. Boise State is going to need to win out, I believe, to get into bowl game contention. I don't know. Currently it's 6, but in this game it might be 7 wins that you need to get into to bowl eligibility. Spiked the ball after a run on first down that gained a yard. Manson threw it into his centers behind, and it is 3rd down and 9 with 32 seconds left because they are completely willing to just give Oregon as many points as they want. 41-24. All Oregon all day. There's a little delayed handoff. 4th down and 3. Boise State, just let this run out. Game, please. No, don't do it. Why? Let the clock run down to 10. They snapped it with 16 seconds left. What is wrong with this game? Fielded at the 28-yard line. Finds a little bit of room up the middle. He'll get tackled near the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 with 8 seconds to go. Here's the game track for you, just in case you didn't know. The ball is way up in the end zone, by the way. They keep tracking the wrong player on these option plays. That was a great run by Rice. Again, looking at the wrong player. 2 of those were option plays. The first and the last one were both option plays. One to the left side, one to the right side. It tracked the incorrect player both times, as we see the 12 rushes for 181 yards. But on both of those plays, one defender on either side of the line was broken and should have made a tackle, but for whatever reason, the computer is just kind of bad at it. You see number 27 sidestepping his way off the field for some reason. So the game's a little broken. Just a little bit. And this has been the one time where it's been the most evident that it is a problem and actually affected the outcome of the game. Oregon scored 2 touchdowns on plays that should have had tackles. Play of the game, excuse me. This is the big, long pick 6. Though Boise State did get a 4th down stop on a play that technically was broken. It's a whole weird scenario. It doesn't matter. The point is, Oregon won. They clobbered through the Boise State Broncos. And Boise State will drop to 5-5. They might need 2 more wins, I believe, against both Washington schools to get into bowl eligibility in the first place. Last time they got to play the number 9 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, who they were able to beat. This season, I don't know. I don't know if we have a bowl in our future. We'll find out over the next couple of weeks. Here's your player of the game, Corey Rice. 12 carries, 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Massive runs from him all game long. Absolutely deserves player of the game and dominated on the ground for the Oregon Ducks. I will mute my cameras. We'll take a look here at the replays. Here's the pick 6, the play of the game. Bennett, just a nice move there. That was the 2nd interception that Manson threw in the game. The first one mercifully was stopped by Manson himself inside the 10-yard line. It was later a goal line stand. This broke the scoring open for the Oregon Ducks. And it was all Oregon from there. Here's the pitch play. You see the tackle there, again, tracking the wrong player. There's number 37 in the background. He was broken on the play. The AI just not very good. So that's great. Manson, again, throwing it to the right side. This was a nice play. I believe this was in the 3rd quarter. We'll see that 2nd. 3rd. 4th. Diving tackle that missed. That made it 17-10. At least made it close. But unfortunately, it was there was nothing the Boise State defense could do to get Oregon off the field. As we see a great screenplay go for a touchdown by, I believe this is Brooks. He's very good. It's been a consistent receiving threat throughout the season. He gets a touchdown in garbage time. Here's Bennett with a very weird positioning of the ball. Here's a wide open Rice. No one in frame. No one in frame. That's an awful picture. Cool. All right, so that's what we're working with for the thumbnail. I think I know which one I'll use. It'll probably be the first one, but that's okay. Before we go, we will take a look at the game stats. We'll take a look at the player stats. And we will look at Manson, who was actually 20 of 25, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 80% completion percentage. Did have one of those returned for a pick 6. Defense did what it could for most of the first quarter and then just kind of fell apart after that. Clark, 17 attempts for 87 yards, had a long of 48 that really helped that average get up to 5.1. Manson tagged with 3 rushes for negative 18 yards. And then you have Garcia, 1 for 1. I think they need to get Garcia more involved in the game. He seems to have been a little bit better than Clark. We have a ton of receivers that have caught passes today. Smith, Mayhew, Utley, Carter, Nelson each had 1 catch for 7, 15, 6, 5, and 4 respectively. Jefferson 2 for 91 with a touchdown. Thomas 2 for 19. Brooks 3 for 87, a 29-yard average and 1 touchdown. Clark 3 for 7, and then Tillman 5 for 66. Really quickly, we'll take a look at the defensive stats. We have a couple of sacks here to look at from Wright. He's been fantastic on the defensive side. I'm surprised he's only a 78. And then interception-wise, Bennett, our star player on the defensive side, 89 overall, had the lone interception. So there you go. Boise State drops another game. And I feel like with every game that Boise State is dropping, my job becomes less and less secure. So we'll see if I make it through this season. Last season was actually pretty good. I think it was only 2 losses or so. This season, 5-5. We did lose our quarterback, and we lost our starting running back from last season. So that does explain some of the rough around the edges play, but not great. Some bad play calling in that game definitely cost us. The broken defense also cost us, but that's just sometimes how it goes. Job security, by the way. We're not in the bottom 5 just yet, but we're getting close there. 36%. Prestige is D. Yikes. Not great. But maybe we can turn it around. Maybe we can turn it around. We will find out in the next episode if we can turn it around. We're only a couple of games away from the end of the season. Here's our schedule. You can see lost in overtime to Miami. They are now number 6, so that loss looks better and better the farther it goes. Lost to Arizona State by 6. They are a top 10 team. Lost to Oregon State, lost to Oregon. A lot of ranked opponents. We have Washington and Washington State coming up. We have number 16 in Seattle, and then the unranked Cougars, who are winless in Pac-12 play, the week after that, and then a couple of bye weeks before bowl season, before everything is all said and done. I did not realize we played the first 12 weeks of this season. There's a string of 3 straight losses is what we're working with here. Yikes. I didn't realize that. We won 3 in a row, and we've lost 3 in a row. Let's break that streak next week, huh? Orange and purple, the Remy Tim game coming up next week on the next installment of What If Boise State Joined the Pac-12 season number 2. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this content, subscribe here on YouTube. Scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell, do all that good stuff. If you want to watch it live, head on over to twitch.tv/ShaunosaurusRex, where you can catch it as part of the sports block. Look for more information in the description. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Go Broncos!